Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Brogdon the pass to Turner. Outside Warren. Back to Turner. Shot clock at 5. Shot from the top of the key. And the shot by Warren, no good. Up top, Simmons. Back to Harris. Passes to Horford. Over Warren. Horford, no luck. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Sabonis. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Simmons looking it over. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I just love the heart of Simmons. Doesn't matter what the D throws his way. He's still able to complete the play.
Bounce pass from Brogdon. Sabonis with the ball. Picked up by Harris. He doesn't hit that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Down low, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
With the combination of strength and size, Simmons throws it down with ease.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Brogdon, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Sabonis kicks to Brogdon. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Pacers trail by 6. Here's Lamb. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Simmons dishes to Harris. 14 feet away. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Sabonis finds Brogdon. Lets it go from deep. The shot comes out, and the 76ers go the other way with it. And it's Simmons penetrating. Stolen by Brogdon. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. And it's slammed in by Turner.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall. And Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
Now the pass to Harris. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Turner. Embiid, no good. And it's Warren with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 4. Passes it to Lamb. Simmons against Brogdon. Back to Lamb. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And doors for the Pacers with Miles Turner and Domantas Sabonis, 2 talented young big men. Does that make it a log jam at that center position?
I don't think on the offensive end there's a problem. Both can space the floor with their shooting. Sabonis is an exceptional passer. I think the challenge is on the defensive end. And the reason being, Both are exceptional defending close to the cup.
And the first one at the line is good. Whereas for some players now in their second seasons, you can tell just how big the jump is between that first year and their second year in the league.
I think, Kevin, it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity. One of the things that happens is the game slows down for second-year players. Very rarely do you see a guy take a step backwards. They're comfortable, they're more confident, and they know what to expect.
He's off on the second.
And you look at per-minute production, you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
And the shot by Warren, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Simmons against Brogdon. Embiid. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
Yeah, I mean, 6'11", 240. He's gotten leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile. And that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid. Pacers trail by 6. Now, here's Brogdon. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Clock at 4. With the floater. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game. He kicks it to Embiid. The second effort. It's rebounded by Indiana. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
Well, you think back to T.J. Warren and how good he has been for the last few years. And yet last season, he took a huge step forward by adding the three-pointer to his arsenal.
The first free throw is good. And the way Warren improved his three-point shooting last year, Doris, was incredible.
No doubt, Kevin. This is a guy who went from below 25% the year before from distance to making over 40% of his range shots. He did all this while coming close to tripling his three-point attempts. What an improvement.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
You know, one of my favorite things about T.J. Warren is how much he believes in his ability to score the basketball. He doesn't back down from anyone.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Dishes it to Warren. Over Harris. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Oh, Kevin, how about the reach of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these blocks.
Brogdon kicks to Lamb. Pass to Sabonis. Outside, Lamb. There's the pass to Sabonis. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Knocked away. Stolen by Warren. to the inside. Here's Turner. That one off the back iron and out.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
And yes, it's good. And it's 6 points for Ben Simmons.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. He dishes it to Warren. Trying to get something going. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
When T.J. Warren is being aggressive, good things tend to happen. Puts the defense in a tough spot there.
First one falls for him. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
That's tipped and stolen by McConnell. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. And here's Warren for three. Drills the three-pointer. Warren's got 6 points.
Well, T.J. Warren, the catch-and-shoot jumper is pure.
Outside, Simmons. Feeds to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 7 points in the game.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
McConnell finds Warren. Puts it up from 12. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Embiid. Yep, that one goes in there. And now an 8-point Philadelphia lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's McConnell. Guarded by Simmons. The shot by Holiday, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Korkmaz. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Simmons passes to Embiid. A fadeaway. That shot, no good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Warren kicks to McConnell. Passes it to Leaf. Holiday surveying the floor. To the middle. Just 5 to shoot. Warren, good.
Well, T.J. Warren's frame and game perfectly suited for a finish on the interior.
1:36 left here in the first quarter. Simmons with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
And the basket is good. And 11 points for Joel Embiid.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's McConnell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. got to fight over it as a defender.
And, Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
To the paint, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
Bounce pass from McConnell. Pass to Warren. Inside. And it's blocked by Simmons. Now the 76ers on the break. Ennis passes to Korkmaz. Outside, Simmons. Embiid kicks to Simmons.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to rock.
It's his first trip to the line.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
The first one falls.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year, Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
He doesn't get the second one. Holiday. From past the arc. And so the first quarter is in the books. 76ers lead by 9. And after this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Yep, wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Korkmaz, Joel Embiid out there with Mike Scott. Then it's Simmons, and it's Thibault in at the 2 guard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players. There is so much to love about this Pacers team. Each guy, I feel like, is committed to having their teammates back. Go back to when Oladipo went out last year. A variety of different guys step up. They almost captured the 4 seed. Incredible.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Well, I know the Pacers' doors felt pretty good going into the first round of the playoffs, but the Celtics turned on the switch in a big way.
Well, they sure did, and Boston obviously had so much talent, Kevin. But with Oladipo, you have to wonder how the series might have been different for Indiana. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
The Pacers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And that one misses.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
The Pacers have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
The free throw drops for Leaf. And he makes both free throws. Philadelphia leading by 7. Here's Thibault, taken away by Holiday. On the wing, Holiday. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Leaf. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Leaf's got 6.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Holiday against Simmons. Over Holiday. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. 9 points in the game so far.
With a consistently improving offensive game, Simmons is lethal whenever he's on the court.
Holiday, the pass to Holiday. That 3 off the mark.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Up top, Embiid. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against New York.
But the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
From deep. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. Holiday finds Holiday. No good on that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
And here's Holiday. No points in the game yet for him. Lobs it up for Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Thibault, the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Holiday against Simmons. Outside Holiday. Back to Holiday. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Tries yet again. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Leaf.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And Holiday kicks to Sampson. Out to the right wing. Outside Holiday. Pulls up. High post. Scott pulls it in.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control. And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford is checked in for Joel Embiid. Tobias Harris comes in for Mike Scott. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Korkmaz. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for TJ Leaf. Sabonis comes in for McDermott. Lamb is checked in for Justin Holiday. And Brogdon subbed in for Aaron Holiday.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
The pass to Turner. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Lets a floater go, and Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Harris.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pacers trail by 15. Pass to Sampson. Will it go? Rejected by Harris. One-on-one here. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
And he knocks down the first one. So it's such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Ennis is checked in.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Jeremy Lamb. This past month, he's really set himself apart. He's right around 17 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Brogdon outside. Pass to Sabonis. Over Richardson. And he overshot that one, missing.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
McConnell scanning the floor. Brogdon the pass to McConnell. Outside, Lamb. Kept alive by Indiana. Here's Turner. And finally, that one's good. Turner's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Kevin, you love the determination, right? Miles Turner effectively getting to the window and getting another opportunity.
Harris outside. Over Sabonis. Harris's shot is off.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
The shot by Brogdon wide open. They get it back, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, at 252 pounds, Domantas Sabonis using his body well to corral the backboards.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Free throw good. Sabonis.
Well, Domantas Sabonis, the son of a legend. To me, guys, he has everything he needs to be an effective player for years to come in the NBA. Size, length, feel, there's a lot to like.
The drive by Simmons. Over McConnell. It's good. And that's now 19 points for Ben Simmons.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Outside, Lamb. Pass to Sabonis. Over Ennis. And there's Sabonis. That's good on the assist from Jeremy Lamb. Sabonis has got 6 points. Richardson outside. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Sabonis. Lets it go from 14. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Outside, Lamb. And it's Brogdon off the drive. At the top of the key, Sabonis. To the left wing. Over Simmons. Sabonis, no good. The 76ers leading by 16. Here's Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 6th assist on the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Sabonis finds Brogdon. Takes the 3. Another shot. And Sabonis finishes it off. Sabonis has got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Now here's Simmons. He's guarded closely. There's the dish to Harris. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
The 76ers leading by 16. Knocks it loose. Sabonis with the steal. Lamb, good. Lamb's got 6 points.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Richardson outside. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Again, that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia. And the Pacers also making a change. Warren's checked in. 40 seconds left in the first half. Back to Sabonis. Outside Warren. Clock at 6. Shoots over Scott. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And the 76ers shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Now here is Harris. He has 6. From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
That we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. That's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
With everything Ben Simmons gives you, the scoring is great. But in the first half, he was aggressive with his offense, getting his shots to go down. A welcome sight for this team.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
The field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but, boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The 76ers leading by 14 on the court for Indiana. Sabonis and Turner up front. Jeremy Lamb out there with Brogdon. And it's Warren in at the 3 slot.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Assisted by Tobias Harris.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for Indiana. It's a 16-point game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Richardson.
Oh, the officials are all over that one. And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
That free throw good from Brogdon. Brogdon hits them both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Richardson with it. Kicks it to Horford. The 3. They get it back. Pacers trail by 14. Right side Warren. Brogdon outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The pass to Turner. And what a play, just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Simmons against Lamb. Tipped away. Stolen by Brogdon. Now, here's Warren. Not a lot of room. Yep, that one goes.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. That free throw good from Warren. The 76ers leading by 11. Outside, Simmons. He kicks to Horford. Poked loose. Warren with the ball. Picked up by Harris. A floater. That one misses. Good work defensively by Horford. Shoots from the line. It's deflected.
Improving on the defensive end as well. Domantas Sabonis getting tenacious there with the block shot.
Lamb finds Brogdon. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Sabonis. Pass to Turner. Goes up again. Count it. Turner's got 6.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Richardson. Over Lamb. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Simmons. 10 points for Josh Richardson.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Warren kicks to Brogdon. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lamb. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Harris has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
That's good from Richardson. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
The Pacers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And he makes the first.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Holiday. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Richardson outside. The 11-footer. Here's Embiid, and he banks in the layup. Embiid's got 17.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
For 3, Richardson. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Holiday goes in. Fires from deep. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Holiday.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
And, Greg, they found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Harris outside. Pass to Horford. 5 to shoot. Fires from the corner, and the shot goes in. And so Holiday will bring it up for Indiana. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. And the pass to Turner. Outside Warren. A 3 ball. Rebound by the 76ers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
That's good from Harris. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
TJ Leaves checked in for Indiana. J.K. Sampson comes in for TJ Warren. And the Pacers with possession here. They trail by 11. Now Holiday. He's got 5. Outside Holiday. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Thybulle. He can't hit that time. So the Pacers will take it the other way. And Holiday kicks to Holiday. Pass to Leaf. Indiana moving the ball around. Now here is Holiday. Over Harris. Up again. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 11. Here's Thybulle. The rebound by Holiday. Passes it to Leaf. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Stolen by Holiday. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Holiday is running. And he makes that one. Holiday's got it back down to within single digits for the Pacers.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Here's Thybulle. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. 19 points for Joel Embiid.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Some changes here for the 76ers. Mike Scott's checked in for Harris. And it's Ennis in for Korkmaz. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Indiana. Philadelphia on D. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Shot clock at 6. It's deflected. And now the 76ers on the break. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Off target with his 3. Pacers trail by 11. Holiday with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. The shot by Holiday, no good.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. First free throw is good. And Indiana making a change here. Turner's checked in. And so he hits both.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
And here's McConnell. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Turner passes to Sampson. And the rejection by Embiid.
And now a moment to see the stats for Miles Turner. How last month turned out for him, averaging about 11 points, over 3.5 blocks, and 6 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for Philadelphia. They lead by 11. Pass to Richardson. There's the triple. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes it now 6 for 11.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources, and you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Now, here's McConnell. The pass to Holiday. Over in the corner, Sampson. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Holiday. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Richardson, good.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
McConnell passes to Turner. Here's Sampson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. The shot by Turner, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
High post, Embiid. Richardson the pass to Thibault. Makes it off the glass. Thibault's got 6 points.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And Holiday, here we go. Buries it from about 10 feet away. 7 points in the game. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Thibault. He has 6. And it's sent back by Turner.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Now, here's McConnell. Richardson covering. Down low, here's Holiday. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Al Horford's checked in for Embiid, and Simmons subbed in for Josh Richardson. Then for the Pacers, Sabonis, he's checked in for McDermott. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Jakar Sampson, and Brogdon subbed in for Justin Holiday. And they double up Simmons, right wing. Here's Thibault. And it's off the back rim, no good.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
13 feet away. Horford. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Simmons against Brogdon. Can't cash in from close range.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And they pick up 2. 21 points for Ben Simmons.
Crafty and smooth. Simmons tearing up the nets. He is definitely a rising star.
To the paint and stolen by Simmons. Pushing it up. Here's Thibault. Some solid defense there from Lamb. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Philadelphia ahead, up by 16. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Horford. Ben Simmons is out there with Ennis. Then there's Scott, and it's Thibault in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Philadelphia leading by 16. Ennis passes to Thibault. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Pacers trail by 19. Lamb up top. Brogdon outside. Over Horford. That's good from Brogdon on the assist from Jeremy Lamb. Lamb's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Horford. Here's Ennis. Back to Horford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
I'll tell you, for all the intangibles that Al Horford brings to the table every night, the leadership, there is such a humble, authentic, unselfish nature that I think sets the tone for the whole team.
First one falls for him. And the veteran leader, Al Horford, a calm, quiet locker room presence, Doris, but his words carry a lot of weight.
No doubt, Kevin. Why? Because he's always team first, because he plays the game the right way, and this helps create a culture of winning. It's why Al Horford is so coveted.
Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Both good from the line that time.
Guys, I know we've discussed this many times, but I don't think statistics really reflect Al Horford's true value. This guy is a terrific player and a pro's pro.
Outside Warren. Over Scott. Nice D from Scott. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for Philadelphia. Sabonis with the steal. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. To the middle, and stolen by Harris. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Basket is good, the assist from Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist in this one. Pacers trail by 21. Outside, Lamb from 11 feet away. Knocked loose, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Korkmaz checked in for Ennis. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Brogdon outside. And the call will be against Al Horford. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. 5 on the clock. Here's Brogdon.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting.
Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Still living in crib, you can't even come for the kid. Once a month, shoot the settle with her. Spend all like 30. I got enough bread to feed you the bird. Right up diamond dish. I'ma be your $1 million. Speaking out facts. I used to plug in them X. Looking like had a rat.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Jonah Bolden comes in for Al Horford. And it's Burke in for Simmons. Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. They're running. Here's Harris. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Johnson.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. Johnson in the corner. Holiday surveying the floor to stop the drought. And too long on the shot. 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And that one's good. Korkmaz. Korkmaz has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession. Holiday
with it. Brogdon outside. Shoots over Burke. That's good from Brogdon on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight. Burke, the pass to Bolden. Back to Burke. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Now O'Quinn. Harris outside. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Indiana Pacers. And here's Holiday. Johnson outside. Here's Leaf. Burke covering. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Trey Burke. And he can't get the first one. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports, worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Holiday, the pass to Leaf. Passes to Brogdon. And he makes good on the layup. Brogdon's got 6 here in this quarter.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Burke kicks to O'Quinn. Back to Burke. Got a hand on it. Now the Pacers moving it up. Brogdon leading the charge. Holiday gets the bucket.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Here's Neto. Pass to Bolden. Korkmaz kicks to Burke. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Brogdon outside. To the inside. Leaf. A second chance effort. He lays it in.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Here's Neto, and there's the pass to Burke. Replay is always a good topic to talk about. Any changes, Doris, you'd like to see in the system or in the process?
Well, one of the beautiful things you have in the league is the opportunity in both Summer League and then also in your development league is the opportunity to put things in place. For instance, a coach's challenge has been experimented with at both of those different levels. And now the coach's challenge will be adopted and employed in the NBA. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out.
The 76ers leading by 22. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Down low, here's Brogdon. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it, Kevin. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Here's Korkmaz. He's guarded by Brogdon. On deep, Neto. But they get it back. Burke, the pass to Korkmaz. Here's Neto. He's guarded by Brogdon. No good on the triple. The Pacers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it. Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Neto kicks to Burke. Pass to Korkmaz. Back to Burke. Here's Neto. Launches a three. Holiday with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Now, here's Brogdon. Outside Warren. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
And he makes the first. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Holiday, the pass to Leaf. Launches it. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by McConnell. Holiday's got 10 points in just the second half.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
6 to shoot. Now here's Burke. T right on him. Misses in close.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Joel Embiid.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
It's a 4-second differential between... Wow, hammering it in!
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
From deep, offline. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers.